My parents just bolted me inside a steel bunker. I turned 30 in 4 hours. You have no idea what it's like to hear the sound of a 3-ton reinforced steel door locking you away from the rest of the world. It's a heavy, final thud that doesn't just ring in your ears, it echoes in your teeth. My parents are currently standing on the other side of that door weeping, their palms pressed against the cold metal. They think they're saving me. They think they've outmaneuvered a bloodline debt that dates back centuries. I turned 30 in exactly 4 hours, and if we don't seal this airlock now, the ancestral rot will claim me just like it claimed the rest. I'm looking at my wrist right now, and the sight is sickening. The veins are turning a bruised, oily black, pulsing with a slow, rhythmic throb that doesn't match my heartbeat. It makes me wonder if 10 inches of reinforced concrete can actually stop what's already inside my blood. This isn't some survivalist weekend project or a bunker built for a nuclear winter. This is a subterranean sanctuary built with 40 years of retirement savings and pure, unadulterated desperation. My father, an engineer who spent his entire career building bridges to connect people, spent his final years building a cage to isolate his only son. The walls around me are 2 feet of high-density concrete, lined with lead and copper shielding, because my father became convinced the curse might be frequency-based, something carried on the wind or through the very vibrations of the earth. The air is pushed through a medical-grade filtration system that scrubs every particle until it tastes like ozone and sterile plastic. We are 80 feet below the frost line in the middle of the Nevada desert, surrounded by total silence and total isolation. My parents spent every cent they had on this. My mother sold her family's heirlooms, and my father took out a third mortgage just to afford the steel plating. They didn't just build a room, they built a physical interrogation of parental love versus biological destiny. On the desk in front of me lies the family ledger, a leather-bound book that catalogs the fate of every firstborn in our line since the 1700s. It is a record of a 100% mortality rate. I read about Elias in 1842, who reportedly turned to wet ash in the middle of a church service on his 30th birthday. I see the entry for Sarah in 1912, who walked into the woods on the eve of her 32nd and was never seen again, save for her clothes found perfectly folded on a stump. Then there is my Uncle Julian in 1978. He thought he was smart. He locked himself in a high-security bank vault. When they opened it the next morning, the walls were coated in a black bile that smelled like ancient, rotting soil, but Julian was gone. The rot isn't a disease you can catch, and it's not a ghost you can exorcise. It's a repossession. We owe a debt to something that lived in the dirt of the old country, and it comes to collect the moment the clock strikes midnight on your 3rd decade. The airlock is sealed now, and the monitors show my parents' faces on the external feed. They're praying, smiling through their tears, and telling me through the intercom that I'm safe. They keep repeating that nothing can get in. They're right, nothing can get in. But as the clock ticks closer to the midnight hour, I realize the one thing they overlooked. The curse doesn't come from the outside. I can feel it now, a cold, heavy pressure behind my ribs, like a hand reaching through my chest to turn me inside out. The black veins on my arm are starting to twitch, moving under my skin like blind worms searching for a way out. I'm staring at that reinforced steel door, the masterpiece of engineering meant to be my shield, and I finally understand the terrifying truth of my father's design. This bunker isn't a shield, it's a coffin. My parents didn't lock the curse out, they locked it in here with me. And in less than 4 hours, there will be nowhere left for me to run.